Day 2 of the Las Vegas Raiders OTA practice is officially in the books, and this was an exciting day, not only because it was open to the media and we got to see some highlights and some first looks at not only some rookies like a Brock Bowers and a Christian Wilkins, but got to see a lot of guys finally getting together, working with some of the younger guys, mixing in rookies with veterans and free agents. I mean, it is really fun, and it's basically just a sign season is right around the corner. Obviously, we're going to have OTAs and then mandatory minicamp, and just like that, we're going to be in training camp, preseason, and boom, week 1 kickoff is going to be here before you know it. But this is when things really start to ramp up. Now, obviously, it's just the beginning of phase 3. There's no pads, there's no contact yet, but things are going to ramp up pretty soon here. Now, a couple of guys who stood out in day 1 and day 2 so far: Michael Mayer and running back Dylan Lobby. Guys, we knew coming out of the draft, this dude Dylan Lobby was going to be a guy who's going to work, he's going to grind, and he's going to make sure he puts himself in the right position to make plays on day 1. And that's already what he's doing. You can tell work ethic is at the top of his list of things to do. Just work, dive into the film, the film in the playbook. I love what he's doing so far on day 1 and 2. We have to continue to see what he does, because again, as a running back, you need to be able to make plays with a defense, with the pads on, with some sort of, people coming at you trying to tackle you, right? You got to make plays. You got to be able to catch the football in the backfield. That's one thing he displayed today. But again, 7-on-7s, 11-on-11s, got to see these guys work. And today, we saw that. So before we jump any further into the video, do me a big favor, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications, because we will be covering the Raiders throughout the entirety of the offseason. OTAs, mandatory minicamp, training camp, preseason, regular season. Guys, we got you covered through it all. Join the family, turn on post notifications, and comment down below, who do you think is going to make the biggest impact as a rookie for this team? Is it a Brock Bowers? Is it a Dylan Lobby? Is it one of the Jackson Powers Johnson, or his roommate and DJ Glaze? Let me know in the comment section down below. I actually really like Tommy Eichenberg as well. But with that being said, let's start off this video. Now, some major questions heading into OTAs was the quarterback position, right? There's going to be a major competition between Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell. They also have a guy like Anthony Brown Jr. who's been putting in a lot of work, but we can tell from day 1 right now, it's going to be fun. It's going to be really, really fun. Aiden O'Connell is a guy who, positioned himself to be, again, one of those hard workers. I want to be here. I deserve to be here. And I'm going to prove that I am your guy, right? One of those guys who just wants to play football, wants to win, doesn't care about the ego, doesn't care about the fame, doesn't care about the money, wants to win football games. I love Aiden O'Connell, his demeanor, his mindset. So far in OTAs, looks like he's improved a little bit. Gardner Minshew, a guy who always plays with the chip on his shoulder, former Pro Bowler, a guy who played really well for the Colts last season when they lost their starting quarterback. I think this is going to be a really fun competition from the jump. And you talk about what these two guys have to work with. You talk about excellence, right? You talk about Devontae Adams. You talk about Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, Michael Gallup, Jalen Guyton, right? The list goes on. Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, Zamir White, Alexander Madison, and now Dylan Lobby. I mean, dude, these guys have a ton of guys to throw the ball to. Let me know in the comments down below, who do you think will be the day 1 starter? If you ask me, I think you got to give it to Aiden O'Connell. At least give him the opportunity to have the keys in his hand, right? He earned it last year. He played well. A lot of Raiders fans, a lot of the fan base love him. Let him, or let us, see what he got. If he does bad through 8 weeks, I would still trust Gardner Minshew. So that's going to be a big battle going out through throughout the remainder of OTAs and minicamp and training camp. Another big question mark is the cornerback position. Now today, again, we're not going to know more until the pads come on and whatnot, till we actually get one-on-ones and contact is able to be given with these one-on-ones between wide receivers and DBs. But right now, I love the DB room, right? Jack Jones and Nate Hobbs look like beasts. I expect Ja'Cory Benz to take another major step up this season. Then you got guys like DeCamerion Richardson, a guy who has all the speed, all the size in the world for a defensive back. Can he be consistent? Can he figure out how to be a DB at the next level in terms of his coverage? Can he be consistent? Those are the things we want to see in OTAs. And again, we won't know those until a little bit later. But right now, continuing to show good first impressions, continue to use that speed, that rare combination of height, size, speed, quickness, versatility. I like what he has as well. Then you talk about guys like, Cornell Armstrong, MJ Devonshire. There's some guys to really like here. So that's going to be another group to watch over the next few days here for the DB position. The makeup of the interior offensive line. We love Andre James. He will be the starting center. Jackson Powers Johnson, will he start on the left side? Will he start on the right side? Most likely he'll be on the left side, in my opinion. And then we really, really, really need to see that jump from Thayer. Need to see the jump from Thayer, okay? Another thing I'm looking forward to is see what he's done. And then the implementation of Luke Getsy's offense. How does it work here in Las Vegas? I'm excited to see them get along, more in depth with the playbook and see how, in reality, how Brock Bowers is going to be used alongside Michael Mayer. Now, I think there's going to be a ton of opportunity to have Brock Bowers on the outside at wide receiver, Michael Mayer inside at tight end, or even have them both at tight end, or Michael Mayer lined at wide. I mean, I think there's so many different ways that you can use them. But I want to see, how does Luke Getsy want to use him? So that's another big question. My last one is Zamir White. Is he going to be the guy? Is he going to be the bell cow? I don't really think he needs to be the bell cow, but at the end of the day, I think he can be. We saw a couple of really good games last year out of him towards the end of the year when Josh Jacobs had to miss some time. I thought Zamir White was really good, and obviously they didn't go out there and draft someone to be a bell cow, right? They could have easily taken someone in the second, third, fourth round to be that guy. Now, they did draft Dylan Lobby, who I think is going to be an Austin Eckler type of back, who is a later round draft pick, comes in, does the little things, executes on special teams, catches the football at the backfield, and slowly earns himself a big role in this offense. But I think as of week one, throughout the first couple of weeks, I think Zamir White could be the guy. Let me know in the comments down below again what you guys think. I mean, obviously, this is a new coaching staff. Antonio Pierce and Tom Telesco don't owe him anything because they aren't the ones who drafted him, but they did have a confidence to keep him and say, listen, we'll let go of Josh Jacobs and we'll let you be the guy. So I do think they have somewhat of confidence that he can be that guy. We'll see what happens in the next few weeks, though. But throughout day one and day two, a lot of good things, man. Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins, Tyree Wilson, Malcolm Kuntz. That looks like it could be a nasty D-line. Robert Spillane, Divine Diablo. Oh my, dude, I'm excited. Tommy Eichenberg. Very excited, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Join the family. Turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we post one of these videos. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully tomorrow, we're going to have another one of these OTA video breakdowns with some more analysis. So make sure you guys join the family for that, and I'll see you then. Peace.